Hi my hexlings, welcome back. Special thanks to these commenters. I appreciate your kind words of support. Due to everything happening, it has taken away the attention of a very important aspect of the game, the lore and theories. With the beta release, we have access to a few maps. If you haven't noticed, there are various secrets and references. Today we will explore the maps and connect the dots. Statues. Firstly, I want to have a look at the statues in each map. In the graveyard, we have 4 statues, 1 regular mermaid, and not too far from that is a dragon goddess. Then a huge underwater statue of what I assume is mermaid royalty, possibly a queen. Lastly, a hidden statue in an underwater cave of a dragon goddess, but she is laying down, and if you look closely, she has been stabbed in the back by a small creature thing. We'll come back to this later. In the locker graveyard, we only have 1 statue, and it's the usual dragon goddess. Lastly, at the front of Eerie High, we have 2 statues, a regular dragon goddess and a huge dragon goddess. I do want to mention, although that the cafeteria has no statues, it has a glass-stained window of the same dragon goddess that we see so often. So why am I counting how many statues there are? Well, I have a few observations and questions. All of the statues are women. As you can see, there are no male or mask-presenting statues or gods. Either all the gods are women or most of them are, or at least femme-presenting. Interestingly, the group that owns MonsterVerze is named GIRLDOM, which I assume means like girl kingdom full of girls, which would make sense as to why all the gods and superiors have been portrayed as girls. The next thing I've noticed is that the dragon statues look basically the same. Are they portraying the same individual? Well, unsurprisingly, they are the same individual. Peach stated that the statues that we see everywhere, this one specifically, is the dragon who created MonsterVerze, despite the statues differing a bit. Additionally, there are dragons for each species of monster. This one kind of confuses yet intrigues me. Dragons for each species of monster. So there's a vampire dragon, devil dragon, were dragon. Is this huge mermaid statue the dragon of the sea creatures? Is the stained glass in the cafeteria a portrayal of the dragon from each species? But Peach also said that the stained glasses are different in different locations. We only have this location right now though. Strange things are not entirely clear yet to you. You'll see them soon. That last part really threw me off. She's right, it is strange and it isn't entirely clear to me yet. We'll have to wait and see. The fact that this dragon is the one that created MonsterVerze, it makes sense that there's tons of statues of them, although I just don't understand this statue. The first thing I noticed is that she's laying down in a tragic position. Then I went closer to inspect it and there's something stabbing her in the back. It is heavily implied that she passed away, by the amount of statues, especially this one that has her literally lying on top of a grave. So this begs the question, who killed her? This is definitely an insight to how she died, stabbed in the back. This could not only be literally, as we can see, but also metaphorically. It's hard to convince me that a dragon goddess died so easily from a knife, wielded by a weird little frog. We still don't have the full story. I believe that when more maps are available and the story mode can progress, then we'll see more clues regarding her life story. Sky in graveyard. We spend a lot of our time running around Eerie High trying to get as many ghoulas as possible, but if we go to the graveyard and take a moment to look up to the sky, we can see a few peculiar anomalies. Above the spawn, in a large orange beam, occasionally a spell circle will light up around it. I believe that certain witches are in charge of things like teleportation and the floating light. I reckon necromancers are the reason for ghosts around the map. If you don't know what a necromancer is, it's a type of sorcerer, witch, or wizard that specializes in death. It's a dark magic called necromancy. Remember that for later. The next anomaly in the sky is above this goddess statue. What's interesting about this statue, that while it does have 1 star in her right hand and 1 above her head, just like all the other statues, they are also emitting this glowing aura. Additionally, these trails of light that you see all over MonsterVerze are surrounding this statue. To me, they resemble the Aurora Borealis, so I'm going to call them auroras from now on. Some of the other statues also have the auroras, but this one looks different. I don't know. Above that structure is a large black swell storm resembling the top of a cyclone with purple lightning. Obviously, this statue holds a certain significance, but I don't know what. Maybe it's just the fact that she's a very important monster, so her presence in any form alters reality a bit. The last anomaly in the sky in the graveyard is this galactic atmosphere above these floating rocks or graves. They have these auroras as walkways, truly giving these lands the floating effect. I feel like there's no real significance with these graves. I think that they just happen to be there. What's really interesting is that when you start following the auroras, they lead down towards the water. There's a strong wind animation with lightning, as well as these claws that are also all over the main island. When going into the water to see what the commotion is about, we are met with a huge mermaid statue that I mentioned before. There are fish circling this statue. It is sitting upon a grave, and I can only assume that it belongs to her. When getting closer to the grave, it has a water animation around it, which further iterates my point. Notably, this statue is wearing an exact set that was sneak peeked at some point in the past created by Tiago. My theory is that she was a queen of the sea at some point, which explains the anomalies in the sky as well as the fish surrounding her. Whether or not she died due to natural causes or something sinister is beyond me. Also, I don't think she represented the sea monster dragon because there's no dragon element to her. Countess Bloodgood. If you haven't noticed, there's a hair in your dress up menu named Countess Bloodgood. A refresher for those who need it, Maya and Khalil are the Bloodgoods. Their family title is the Counts, the County of Bloodgood. So, with that being said, Countess Bloodgood must be their mother. At some point, we heard a woman yell at Maya and Khalil in the vampire manor, although this might not be Countess Bloodgood. I feel like it's more likely to be Nocturna Bloodmoon, due to the fact that we've actually seen Nocturna in the vampire manor. Since this hair is in our inventory, it makes me seriously doubt that Countess Bloodgood would ever be introduced as an NPC, or she would be introduced far later in the game. Basically, I think this hairstyle belongs to Maya and Khalil's mum, or a relative at least. The Headmistress. So based on the entrance in Eerie High, we have a Headmistress, not a Headmaster. I was very intrigued by who this could be, if we have been introduced to them or not. Peach was active in the chat and I asked her if the identity of the Headmistress will be revealed. She said the Headmistress isn't revealed until season 3. If you don't know, each season is dedicated to one type of monster. Season 1 is vampires, season 2 is were-monsters, and season 3, I think, is undead. If season 3 is undead and the Headmistress is being introduced in season 3, then if my calculations are correct, the Headmistress is undead. Also, in front of the Headmistress office, a sign that reads Alumni Tenebris is above the door. The word alumni is defined as a graduate or former student of a school, college, or institution, and Tenebris means darkness in Latin. So the Headmistress graduated from the School of Darkness? Or Eerie High is the School of Darkness? I don't know. I talked about necromancers before. The Headmistress could be a witch or sorcerer that specializes in the undead. I like this theory more because Eerie High has ghosts around the map doing labor, and it would make sense if the Headmistress was the one commanding them. Either way, we will be seeing her in season 3. Honorable mentions. Boat Market. This is located in the graveyard on the dock. There is a sign that reads, Boat Market currently closed. Then we have this cute little light blue boat. At the very end of the dock, there is a wooden raft with a fortune teller setup, the oracle cards, crystal ball, lighting candles, and a large cauldron with unknown liquid in it. Cauldrons are highly associated with witches. As you know, witches are a canon monster type in the game, so this clearly belongs to a fortune teller or an oracle, and it looks like they could also be a witch. Back to the actual boat, the boat market initially reminds me of Stardew Valley when they have the night market. There's merchants and a traveling vendor that comes to the valley once a year selling limited items. It also reminds me of this game I used to play called Our World. They had this market called Mr. Mole's Mystery Mart. It would become available every Friday at a certain time, and it would feature a rotation of different items. Sometimes it would be good, sometimes bad. It was a feature that had me looking forward to Fridays because I'd log on to Our World hoping to get a specific item in the shop. Regarding the boat market, I'm hoping that it'll be a similar feature to Mr. Mole's or Stardew's night market. Although Peach stated that only VIM is seasonal, but who knows, that might change. Slenderman. I was innocently farming for gulags and thoroughly exploring the maps, and while admiring the background of the train station, I got jump scared with a mysterious figure. I'm not even gonna lie, I jumped a little bit. Personally, I get scared really easily, and when I was a kid, I was really into creepypastas, especially Slender Man, specifically around the time when the game came out. If anyone knows about the game, it's kind of old at this point. I don't know how many people know about it anymore. It's a part of like the old OG YouTube horror game playthroughs. But anyway, I was horribly scared of Slender Man because part of his lore was that he would target children, and I knew that I was a kid. I used to want to grow up solely for the fact that Slender Man doesn't target kids. That sounds crazy, but it was my real thought process. Even so, I love this reference. Faces. There are a few Easter eggs or references in the faces section. The Mycene glam faces created by Scarlex, I'm pretty sure these are in reference to the Mycene dolls. The company that owns these dolls is Mattel, who is also the owner of Monster High. I think this is a really nice, harmless reference or shout out to Mattel. The Alluria face is referencing a character from Royalty Kingdom 2. Her title is The One the Gods Fear. Alluria is an empress and the sole ruler of RK2. We have the face GIRLDOM, named after GIRLDOM, the community that owns MonsterVerze. This baddie and Elisa face looks like a reference to Elisa Bat from Monster High. It has purple makeup, pink eyes, and vampire teeth. Python Nukappa. This is a reference to Monsters University, the prequel of Monsters Inc. It's one of the 6 sororities of Monsters University, featuring these super cute monster girls with 3 eyes. Taja. She is a protagonist in the Wild Childs franchise. Wild Childs is a multimedia supported doll franchise from Dream Cleared that was launched in 2015. Its story revolves around animals with human instincts, as all the characters are based on a tropical animal in the world. Kim the Nurse. I think she's featured on the custom glamour badge, and if she was in the game, she would reside in the nurse's office. NPC faces. We have some of the NPC faces available to us: Nocturna, Alara, Runaway Bride, Daisy, and Scala. Developer and artist faces: Kat, Petrino, Scarlex, Nana, Nene, B, and Vivi. That's basically everything I have for you. If I missed anything, please let me know. Consider liking and subscribing. Have a good day or night, and I'll see you next time. Bye!